Hi everybody, welcome to today's lesson on calculating the volume of cylinders. For today's lesson you're going to want to have a pen or a pencil, your calculator, and your math notebook or some other paper for you to take some notes today. Please pause the video and go gather up those materials if you need to, and you can resume as soon as you're ready. Alright, let's start by making sure that we have a common definition of what a cylinder is. So a cylinder is a three-dimensional solid figure that has two circular bases which are congruent to one another, so those bases are the exact same size and shape circles. And those circles are connected by a curved surface. So you can see I've included a diagram of what a cylinder can look like. Notice that the top and the bottom are circles, and they are the same size circles. And they're connected by that curved surface. Okay, the radius of the circle is going to be part of the formula that we're going to need to use to calculate volume of cylinders. So we need to make sure we understand that the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on the outer edge. And the height of a cylinder is the distance between those two circular bases. All right, if you have not already written down that definition of what a cylinder is, please pause the video at this time and get that definition into your notes. Okay, the next piece of information for your notes is the formula for calculating volume of a cylinder. So we're going to go back to a formula that should look familiar to you. Volume equals capital B times capital H, where capital B represents the area of the base. Capital H represents the distance between those two circular bases. Now directly underneath, we've got the formula more specific to a cylinder. Since the bases of a cylinder are circles, we use the area of a circle formula. That's what capital B represents, and that is pi times radius squared. We'll then take that times the height of our cylinder, which, just one more reminder, is the distance between the two circular bases. All right, let's take a look at an example. I would recommend that you make a sketch of this in your notebook, and if you're not great at making a sketch of a cylinder, it's really pretty easy. Draw yourself a little oval and then two straight lines going down from the sides of your oval, and then just a curved bottom. Sometimes people draw a little backside there. Okay, so that make yourself a quick sketch, and we're going to label the radius 3 inches, and the height, which in this diagram they're showing the height from the center of the top circle down to the bottom, and they show that it forms a right angle, and they're saying that is 9 inches. So there's our dimensions. We're always going to start by writing our formula. So we just got done talking about that. Pi times radius squared times height. Okay, next I'm going to substitute in my values. We're going to be using the abbreviated version of pi. So we're going to use 3.14. Our radius is 3 squared. Remember that 3 squared means 3 times 3, not 3 times 2. And our height is 9. Okay, so if you go and punch that into your calculator, got 3.14 times 9 times 9, I believe that we should come up with 254.34, and that's going to be cubic inches. Okay, inches cubed for volume. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more example we're going to take a look at, and this cylinder, the dimensions look a little bit different than they did on the last example we did together. This time they're giving us the diameter of the circle. That's the distance across the top of the circle that goes through the middle, but it goes all the way across. However, our formula calls for pi times radius squared times height, and we don't need the diameter. So if they give you the diameter we need to take the diameter divided by 2 in order to figure out the radius. So 12 inches all the way across means that our radius will equal 6. All right, we're going to go ahead and substitute our values in. Our volume is going to be found by multiplying 3.14 times 6 squared times the height, which is 4 feet. And then we're going to go ahead and substitute, we're going to go ahead and punch that into our calculator as 3.14 times 36 times 4. Hopefully you get the same answer that I got, which was 452.16, and that's going to be cubic feet, or feet cubed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think you've got enough to get started, and good luck with today's practice.